Take Me Home, Country Roads. Take Me Home, Country Roads, also known simply as Country Roads, is a song written by Bill Danoff, Taffy Nivert, and John Denver about West Virginia. It was released as a single performed by Denver on April 12, 1971, peaking at number 2 on Billboard's U.S. Hot 100 singles for the week ending August 28, 1971. The song was a success on its initial release and was certified gold by the RIAA on August 18, 1971, and platinum on April 10, 2017. The song became one of John Denver's most popular songs. It has continued to sell, with over 1.6 million digital copies sold in the United States. The song is considered a symbol of West Virginia, which it describes as almost heaven. In March 2014, it became one of the 4 official state anthems of West Virginia. Composition. Inspiration for the title line had come while Nivert and Danoff, who were married, were driving along Clopper Road in Montgomery County, Maryland, to a Nivert family gathering in Gaithersburg, with Nivert behind the wheel while Danoff played his guitar. I just started thinking. Country roads. I started thinking of me growing up in western New England and going on all these small roads, Danoff said. It didn't have anything to do with Maryland or any place. To Danoff, the lyric "The radio reminds me of my home far away in the bridge" is quintessentially West Virginian, an allusion to when he listened to the program Saturday Night Jamboree, broadcast from Wheeling, West Virginia, on WWVA at his home in Springfield, Massachusetts, during his childhood. Danoff had some other West Virginia associations to draw from as well. He became friends with actor Chris Sarandon, as well as a group of hippies from a West Virginia commune who used to sit in the front row of the little clubs in which his groups used to play. They brought their dogs and were a very colorful group of folks, but that is how West Virginia began creeping into the song, Danoff said. He briefly considered using his home state of Massachusetts rather than West Virginia, as both 4-syllable state names would have fit the song's meter. I didn't want to write about Massachusetts because I didn't think the word was musical, and the Bee Gees, of course, had a hit record called Massachusetts, but what did I know? Danoff said. Starting December 22, 1970, Denver was heading the New Year's bill at the cellar door, with Fat City opening for him, just as Denver had opened at the same club for then-headliner David Steinberg. After the club's post-Christmas reopening night on Tuesday, December 29, cellar door engagements ran from Tuesday to Sunday, and this booking was for 2 weeks. The 3 headed back to the couple's apartment for an impromptu jam. On the way, Denver's left thumb was broken in a collision. He was rushed to the emergency room, where the thumb was put in a splint. By the time they got back to the apartment, Denver said he was wired. You know, when Danoff and Nivert ran through what they had of the song they had been working on for, he decided he had to have it, prompting them to abandon plans for the sale. The verses and chorus were still missing a bridge, so the 3 of them went about finishing. Nivert got out an encyclopedia to learn more about West Virginia, and the first thing that came upon was the rhododendron, the state flower, so she kept trying to work the word rhododendron into the song. Rhododendron was the title that Nivert had written down on the lyric sheet, which they later sent to ASCAP. The 3 stayed up until 6:00 a.m., changing words and moving lines around. When they finished, on the morning of Wednesday, December 30, 1970, Denver announced that the song had to go on his next album. Later that night, during Denver's first set, Denver called his 2 collaborators back to the spotlight, where the trio changed their career trajectories, reading the lyrics from a single, handheld, unfolded piece of paper. The resulting ovation is said to have been 5 minutes long. The next day was Denver's 28th birthday. They recorded it in New York City in January 1971. Commercial performance. Take Me Home, Country Roads appeared on the LP Poems, Prayers and Promises, and was released as a 45 in the spring of 1971. Original pressings credited the single to John Denver with Fat City. It broke nationally in mid-April, but moved up the charts very slowly. After several weeks, RCA Records called John and told him that they were giving up on the single. His response, "No, keep working on it." They did, and the single went to #1 on the Record World Pop Singles chart and the Cashbox Top 100, and #2 on the US Billboard Hot 100, topped only by How Can You Mend a Broken Heart by the Bee Gees. On August 18, 1971, it was certified gold by the RIAA for 1 million copies shipped. The song continued to sell in the digital era. As of January 2020, the song has also sold 1,591,000 downloads since it became available digitally. Eric Weisberg played banjo and steel guitar on the recording. Who is best known for Dueling Banjos, a hit song of his in 1973 from the movie Deliverance, and he won a Grammy Award for it in 1974. Reception in West Virginia. Take Me Home, Country Roads received an enthusiastic response from West Virginians. The song is the theme song of West Virginia University, and it has been performed during every home football pregame show since 1972. On September 6, 1980, at the invitation of West Virginia Governor J. Rockefeller, songwriters Danoff, Nivert, and Denver performed the song during pregame festivities to a sold-out crowd of Mountaineer fans. This performance marked the dedication of the current West Virginia University Mountaineer Field and the first game for head coach Don Nalen. The song is played for other athletic events and university functions, including after football games, for which the fans are encouraged to stay in the stands and sing the song along with the team. The song was played at the funeral for West Virginia Senator Robert Bryant at the state capitol in Charleston, West Virginia on July 2, 2010. The popularity of the song inspired resolutions in the West Virginia legislature to adopt Take Me Home, Country Roads as an official state song. On March 7, 2014, the West Virginia legislature approved a resolution to make Take Me Home, Country Roads an official state song of West Virginia, alongside 3 other pieces, West Virginia Hills, This Is My West Virginia, and West Virginia, My Home Sweet Home. On November 1, 2017, the West Virginia Tourism Office announced it had obtained the rights to use Take Me Home, Country Roads in its marketing efforts. Country Roads has become synonymous with West Virginia all over the world, said West Virginia Tourism Commissioner Chelsea Ruby. It highlights everything we love about our state: scenic beauty, majestic mountains, a timeless way of life, and most of all, the warmth of a place that feels like home, whether you've lived here forever or are just coming to visit. The opening phrase of the song, Almost Heaven, became a primary tourism office slogan. The Mountain State Brewing Company, based in Thomas, West Virginia, produces an amber ale named Almost Heaven. Personnel. John Denver vocals, 6 and 12-string acoustic guitar. Bill Danoff backing vocals. Taffy Nivert backing vocals. Eric Weisberg banjo, steel guitar. Mike Taylor acoustic guitar. Richard Niss double bass. Gary Chester drums, percussion. Charts. Certifications. Cover versions. Hermes House Band version. Dutch pop band Hermes House Band covered the song and released it as Country Roads. This version was first released in Germany on May 21, 2001, and was issued in the United Kingdom on December 3, 2001, where it was a contender for the 2001 Christmas #1 single. This version was a chart success in Europe, reaching #1 in Scotland, #2 in Germany and Ireland, and the top 10 in Austria, Denmark, and the United Kingdom. Track listings. Charts. Certifications. Olivia Newton-John version. Olivia Newton-John released a cover version in January 1973 that reached #6 in Japan and #15 in the UK. It was the lead single from her third studio album, Let Me Be There. This version, as well as the song itself, features prominently in the Japanese animated film Whisper of the Heart. Lynn Anderson version. Country music singer Lynn Anderson recorded a version of the song on her 1971 studio album How Can I Unlove You, which reached the #2 position on the Top Country Albums chart, one of the most successful albums. Fallout 76 version. A cover version of the song, a collaboration between Copilot Music and Sound and the vocal group Spank, was commissioned for and featured in both the teaser and full E3 2018 trailers for the 2018 video game Fallout 76, with its plot events are set in West Virginia. Released as an iTunes-only single on July 4, 2018, the song reached #1 on the iTunes Singles chart. It debuted at #41 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart that week and at #21 on Billboard's Country Digital Songs the following week. The official YouTube upload of the original John Denver recording, initially uploaded in 2013, would later edit its description in response to the song's use for the game. In Australia, a promotional Fallout 76 vinyl featuring the cover was included with the December 2018 issue of Stack magazine exclusively from retailer JB Hi-Fi. References ==